It is decision time for Bitcoin as the price has been unable to make up its mind for the past 2 weeks, acting like Gary Gensler trying to determine whether or not something is a security. Bitcoin right now is gearing up for a very large move as we are entering into the apex of this symmetrical triangle, and I'm going to be talking about my targets and my next potential trade setup. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications because we are bringing you the most timely and the juiciest Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. And guys, we have been trading this triangle in the Casper crew, giving the short setup from the top of the triangle, giving the long setup from the bottom of the triangle. But this price action is setting me up to fire off my next major trade. So let's look at what's happening here. Let's look at the market structure and determine which way is the price action going to go and what way are we going to be trading this in the coming few days. On the 2-day chart, as most of us are aware, the Bitcoin price has come up to a key zone of resistance, forming the dreaded, scary Elizabeth Warren eyebrow pattern, where as the price is getting higher into key resistance, the momentum waves are getting lower, just like Elizabeth Warren eyebrow pattern, which made us feel a little bit bearish on Bitcoin. And from this point, we have been getting a move to the downside. And last week, as you can see, the Bitcoin price officially now made a lower low, coming down below the previous low from the middle of March, which is officially now entering into bearish market structure. Bearish market structure is defined as price making lower lows and lower highs. You can see we had our high, our low, our lower high, and now we've officially made our first lower low. What does this mean? This means that market structure is officially flipped bearish, which means the probabilities are now higher that we will see more downside. So we need to keep this in mind as we are looking at the potential targets of this triangle, which means we need to be asking ourselves, where are the next key supports where we can look to fire off our next major long trade? First thing I'd like to do when I'm planning for my next trade is look for the areas where there's a lot of confluence. In other words, there's a lot of things pointing to one specific level saying this is a level you really need to keep your eyes on. And when we see patterns forming like this symmetrical triangle, what we can do is we can take the target of the triangle and then start to build some confluences. So I'm going to take this trend line from the high to the low of the triangle and extrapolate to the downside and see where is the support, the target of this triangle coming in. I can see it's coming in around $24,500. So now what we need to do is we need to ask ourselves, are there any other confluences around this area that could give us a really nice potential trade setup? Well, first of all, if we go to the daily time frame, we can see something very, very significant, which is if we take a look at this level from May 2022, this wick right here, we can see that that was actually our exact August high, right? We could draw a line right here and see, wow, look at this, perfect support in May, perfect resistance back in August, and then back here in February, perfect resistance once again. And now we can see it was actually, if we zoom in right here, our white line was giving us some local resistance for a few days before the big breakout. And if we take a look at the daily time frame, also we can see that we have a very juicy daily order block right around this area as well. What is an order block? It's basically just an anomaly in a trend, right? If you were seeing blue candles day after day after day after day after day, and then all of a sudden you see a purple candle, that is called an order block, and this is going to be an area of support because there's liquidity there and we can expect a reaction. So what we can go ahead and do is we can drag a box around those August highs and this order block on the daily time frame, and wowzers, Mick Bowsers, what do you know? We have a perfect confluence with the target of the triangle. If we go ahead also and pull a Fibonacci retracement tool from the low we put back in November to the high that we put in back last month, we can also see that the 382 Fibonacci level is coming in perfectly with that green box, the target of the triangle, which is telling us once again, this is the area to really be keeping our eyes on, right? If we're going to get another big move to the downside, we have major support right here, and this is where I am planning to fire off my next major long trade as long as I am seeing bullish divergences on market Cipher B on the 4-hour time frame and the lower time frames. So what is a bullish divergence, you ask? Well, a bullish divergence is when price continues to make lower lows over time, but then on our oscillator market Cipher B, the momentum waves and the money flow are getting higher and higher over time, strangely resembling the chest of our good friend Sam Bankman-Fried, where, as you can see, his Bahamian green tattoo nipples are getting higher, and the money flow on his chest is getting higher as the price of the FTX coin is getting lower and lower and lower. So this is kind of what we want to look for right here. We want to see the price coming down to a key zone of support. We want to see market Cipher B, the momentum waves, and this money flow curving up higher. And that is a swing trade signal for me saying this is the place where we're going to get a major pivot where we can now look to hold a trade for a couple of days, or even a couple of weeks. By the way, guys, if you want to take advantage of the volatility of these markets, longing and shorting like we do in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, check out MEXC. Literally the best deal on fees you will find right now. 0% limit order fees, 0.01% market order fees, up to a $9,000 deposit bonus if you click the link in the description. Also, guys, I'm currently trading on Bitget, another great exchange. I'm primarily using Bitget for swing trading, MEXC for scalp trading. Links in the description and the pinned comment. Sign up only if you know how to trade, because if you don't know how to trade and you try to trade, well, your whole life will fall apart. But if you want to learn how to trade, check out the courses at jasoncaspertrading.com. We have a 20% discount, 25% discount on both courses, a great value for the price. This will basically take you from a beginner to a confident, profitable trader. Also, guys, if you want to join the community where we give these trade setups in advance, like the swing short we are in right now and some of these other longs and shorts we are in, you can also go to jasoncaspertrading.com, click the link to join the VIP Discord. We don't give signals, but we do 3 live streams every single day, walking you through the live price action, looking for trade setups live, giving you our setups and our levels, a great place to learn. Now, what if our triangle does break to the upside? We know that we came up to key resistance. We had the big, scary Elizabeth Warren eyebrow pattern. We got a little bit bearish, but we understand symmetrical triangles do have the potential to break to the upside, right? They're basically 50-50. They could break up, they could break down. Well, if this triangle breaks to the upside, we also have a juicy short trade waiting us. If we take a look at all the volume that has traded in this entire range, and if we take our Fibonacci from the high to the low, we can see that we have a beautiful target right here. If we go ahead and turn on our 786 and our golden pocket, we can see that the target to the upside of this triangle is coming in right around the local resistance, the value area high of the large range, the golden pocket and the 786, right around that $29-ish thousand level, which if we come up there with bearish divergences, basically the opposite of a bullish divergence, where as the price is getting higher, we are seeing the momentum waves get lower. That could give us another beautiful short trade to potentially short a lower high in this trend. Because remember, we have our high, we have our low, we have our lower high, we have our lower low. Then we could put in a lower high and actually look to short that down to a lower low. And that's where I would be looking to fire off my next short trade. So as far as swing trading goes for this week, these are the 2 major levels that I am keeping my eyes on. Of course, there's literally hundreds of scalp trades and day trades we could take throughout the coming weeks, but these are the 2 main big trade ideas. And guys, I'm a huge proponent of being as self-sufficient as possible. I raise my own animals, I grow my own food. This is why I'm into trading and cryptocurrency. I believe that as times get tougher, we need to become more and more self-sufficient. And here's something that I do every single day to become more and more self-sufficient. All right, y'all, it is a beautiful morning out here on the homestead. And one of the things that I love to do, being somebody who spends so much time in front of the computer, is in the morning, when you wake up, come outside, check on all the plants on the homestead, and make some contact with the creation, guys. So here we got some spinach and kale coming up, looking really good. Probably gonna eat this for breakfast. And I love to come out here and just literally walk barefoot with no shirt and just enjoy the beautiful creation that God has made. It's so easy in our modern world to get sucked into the virtual spaces on our computers and stuff, especially people who are trading every single day or work on the computer. And I promise you, if you just take some time to come out into the creation and just enjoy the things that are here for us, you will be so much happier, you will be so much healthier, you will be so much more productive in your life, because this is how we were created to be, guys. And I found myself spending too much time on the computer. I get sucked in, I end up depressed, I end up anxious, I end up with sleep problems. This is something I've done and I've learned can help me be more efficient, happier, and overall more self-sufficient. That is it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, and may God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are very, very blessed. May have a great week of trading, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace!